if you look at Earth itself, the whole of Earth is nothing but a little grain of sand in this universe, right? Earth is a little grain of sand in the universe. What are you at the end of the day? So then that this is such a great thing to bring rein in your ego, right? We may all be thinking a lot about us is that, but when you start thinking along those lines, right, then you realize that we in our world, we are the biggest ones, but in the bigger, broader world out there, not every person. Now, no matter who that person may be, the president of the United States or whatever else, right? Everybody, someone else will step in if they move on, though. So now that gets you into some kind of spiritual thoughts later on, right? What is the purpose of all of this and so forth? And then you start investigating. On one side, quantum science, physics, and scientists talking about that the whole universe and the world and everything being a form of waves, right? And then the matter isn't matter, but it's form of energy, and then it's all waves and so on and so forth. And then if on the other side, if you look at spirituality, it talks about the reality, what we call reality is not the reality, and it's nothing but Maya and so forth, right? So these kind of thoughts come, and then you start thinking. So I explored a lot of that in what little time that I have, right? And then I believe, and I'm working towards some philosophical growth because of that. We all know about yoga and its four forms, or karma yoga, gnana yoga, and raja yoga, and all of those. But there is one more important yoga which is not talked about much, even in our spiritual literature, and that is karma yoga. It is karma and not karma, right? Karma being desire, right? Karma is actions, right? Without desire, there are no actions. Even the whole your reality, what we call reality, got created because of some kind of desire for its existence to come into place. So desire is a double-edged sword, right? Desire is a good thing because it can create good things, and desire can be a bad thing because it can lead to avarice and greed and selfishness and so on and so forth. It can take you across each of these paths. It's for you to choose which path you want to take, right? In karma, if you look at you've heard in deadly sins and so forth, right? Right, in the Western literature. Similarly, in Sanatan, it is called, this part of one of the bad things, right? It is called Arishad Vargas, which is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, are called Arishad Vargas. So anything that is based just pure desire, for the desire's sake, right? From desire, karma comes krodha, anger. From krodha comes everything else, right? But on the other side, karma is also a good thing. So when your karma, desire, is based upon dharma, which is righteousness, and then duty and so forth, then it transforms it into something that's very good. So I'm pursuing learning karma yoga a lot and thinking about it. And then maybe someday I'll write a book on it, though.
Absolutely. That's fascinating, right? I have a spiritual side to myself and I can relate to that. But so even for me, it has built up as I grew up. I am 2 decades into work and business today. You are 3 decades into it. This was not like I would not have been open to it 2 decades ago. And I'm sure you can relate to the same. Now,
Yes.
we don't even
Yes.
working with others as owners, as partners. Many of these people are young. Many of these people are ambitious. How do you navigate this in your day to day? This depth as well as the tactical of other people that you have to deal with.
It depends. You don't go into depth with everybody with this. Those that are interested in talking about it, like you asked me about it, and I would respond, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time, I would, for example, in business, I'm more focused on showing them what the vision of the business is, telling them what we must do, what's important to us, what our business values are, what's the DNA of our company, where we want to go, what are the strategies that we're adopting,